Hello, in this video I'm going to be talking about the engineering behind Google's latest designs in the chip industry. And this is as of August 2025. It's the August 2025 edition. So here on the left side of the screen you can see an image. It's an image of a chip and it has like a green light, and here on the bottom right part of the image there's another image of a chip. They're both made by Google. Here on the right bottom side it says GS101 chip. So first off, I'm gonna talk, as discussed earlier, about various types of, you know, chips. Well, Google doesn't make chips, on their own. They collaborate with other teams, specifically TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, to make their chips. But they themselves don't really design them. But they do, however, play a key role in the semiconductor industry, the chip industry. They make various devices that are relevant to this industry, and they deal with AI as well. And they also focus on making CPUs and stuff. They make systems on chips. They make similar devices to chips. And one example of these devices is the Tensor G5. The Tensor G5, it's a systems on a chip, SoC. They're used for Pixel phones, and the Tensor G5, it is Google's newest systems on chip so far, as of August 2025. And then these devices were designed using TSMC's 3 nanometer N3P process. That's the way they were designed. So you see, Google made the Tensor G5, but the process they were designed by was TSMC's process. It was their 3 nanometer N3P process. And this process from TSMC, it's considered to be very effective because it's meant to prevent overheating. It's been made to be able to withstand heat. It can also reduce power consumption significantly compared to other traditional devices and process methods, and it has lower latency, which it makes the performance better in the of the Tensor G5. And then the CPU that is used for the Tensor G5, the central processing unit that's used for the Tensor G5, its core is 152, that is their core. Then the GPU, the graphics processing unit, it has this sort of feature. It's called imagination technology. It can imagine and visualize various scenarios. It can it's like a form of AI, basically. It can visualize different things, and it can imagine stuff on its own. And also, the Tensor G5 has generative AI. So, it's AI that can generate text, but this form of AI can also take images, it can make videos, it can also edit images and even edit videos as well. So this is a pretty advanced form of AI, I'd say. And another this isn't really a design specifically, but it's tactic, I'd say. It's called the Open Silicon Initiative. It helps. So the goal of this initiative is to help make the design process of chips easier. So you see here it says Google has this Open Silicon Initiative where it's trying to make the chip design process easier. And the way it does this is it gives tools and resources, the equipment used to design chips to other companies that are connected with it, that are connected to Google, like their partners, in other words. It gives those resources to them, and this, as a result, makes the chip design process cheaper. And also, essentially, what it allows you to do, it allows for the chip designers that make the chips to make silicon chips, to make chips from resources that were given from Google to sold to the other companies. This makes the essentially what this does is it makes the chip design process easier because it's faster, and it also makes it cheaper. So it makes it easier, cheaper, and faster. And an example of these programs that do this stuff would be one example of these would be OpenMPW Shuttle. Google sells its resources and tools to that, to OpenMPW Shuttle program, and then the chip design process is easier from there because they sell it at a lower price. And here at the bottom part of the screen, you can see an image. It's like it shows chip design, and it shows the planning that is used in the design of chips. Here it shows different band widths and band gaps, and they're performing different measurements here and stuff. So that's what that is. And I'm gonna discuss another one more technology that's latest so far. It's pretty new, I'd say. It's the Axion Processors. This is a CPU, central processing unit. It's used for data centers, and it was made by Google. It's pretty new. It's their newest CPU that is used for data centers so far. And the reason it was made, it's to improve the function of cloud performance. That's why it was made. So cloud performance was made to improve this feature. This device has a better source of energy consumption. It uses up less energy, specifically 60% less energy than traditional or typical CPUs. Here in the bottom left, you can see an image. It says the Google Axion Processors, first custom ARM-based CPU designed for the data center. That's an image of that processor there. Here on the here on the bottom right of the image, you can see of the screen. It says there's sort of like a graph. I'd say it's like comparison. It says ML, so machine learning based recommender system performance on Google Axion. It shows different features, how this specific processor is a lot better than the previous models and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did. That's all. See you in the next video.